In this lecture, we will talk about Gauss Jordan method to solve the system of equations. Let's see how this method is going to work out. And here is the given equation we have is negative 15x minus 3y plus 18 equals 0, and 6x plus y minus 8 equals 0. Before we do the Gauss Jordan method, we need to have a augmented matrix. So step 1 is we got to find out the augmented matrix. Both sides of the equation in the first one, subtract 18, and then these two will be cancelled. That's for the first equation. Then what's left is left-hand side is negative 15x, right-hand side is negative 3y, equals, again, those two cancelled, so right-hand side is 0 minus 18, which is negative 18. Similarly, for the second equation, you add 8 on both sides. You cancel that, positive, negative. So right-hand side is 0 plus 8, which is 8. Left-hand side is 6x plus y. You know, y, there is always 1 in front of it. It's not 0, huh? Okay, 0 times y is 0, then this term would disappear. Here is 1 times y, you got y. So the coefficient is 1, huh? Now, then the augmented matrix would be negative 15, negative 3, and negative 18. And then 6, 1, 8. 6, 1, 8. All right, keep going. The Jordan method needs to have is the element, first row, first column, this element needs to be 1 first. So I wrote here is the element on row 1 and column 1 needs to be 1. How to make it? Divided by the same number. Here is negative 15, so divided by negative 15, the same number, then the element here will be 1. So if you divide negative 15 for the equation, everywhere has to be divided by negative 15, huh? Okay, yeah. Then what do we get? What we get is negative 15 divided by negative 15 is 1. Negative 3 divided by negative 15 is 1/5. You know, 3, factor 3 is cancelled. And 2 positives comes to be 2 negatives comes to be positive. The same thing is 2 negatives, so you got positive. And you know down here is 18 is 3 times 6. 15 is 3 times 5. Okay. Then you can cancel things over there. Okay. So you can see then what number you can cancel this, right? So you have 6 over 5 is right here. A similar thing right here, huh, for that. All right. Now, then we have made the element here on the corner is 1. Now, step 2 is the rest of elements in column 1 needs to be 0. That means we need to make this place be 0. Huh? Okay. Now, keep going. If you need this place be 0, you want is row 1 multiplied by the opposite number of this 6. Here is positive 6. Then if you multiplied 1 by negative 6, you have a negative 6 here. Again, if you multiplied by the equation multiplied by negative 6, then everywhere needs to be multiplied by negative 6. Alright? So then we have 1 times negative 6 plus 6. You get what? You get 0 here. Okay? And then here is 1. 1 right here minus 1 over 5 times negative 6. So it's 1 minus 6 over 5. Okay? You know, here is what? 1 times 5, negative 6 times 1. So you have a negative 6 upstairs, 1 times 5 downstairs. 1 times 5 is 5. And similarly, here is 8. And then, you know, this one upstairs, you have is 6 positive. 6 positive times the number here. 6 positive times negative 6. Okay. Let me write this negative longer. Alright. Now, 6 times negative 6 is negative 36. Downstairs is 5. Okay. Here is 5. Huh. And then 8 minus 36 over 5. Now, upstairs, for the first row, we didn't do anything. We just copied right here. 1, 1/5, and 6/5. Downstairs, we did some operation. Here is 0 again. Is what? 6 plus 1 times negative 6. You have a 0 here. Now, how to do 1 minus 6 over 5? 1 is 5 over 5 times 1. And then 1 times 5 is 5. And then over 5. So basically it's 5 over 5 minus 6 over 5. And the denominators are the same. So then you have a 5 minus 6, which is negative 1. Downstairs is 5. So it's negative 1/5. Similarly, you can do is 8 minus 36 over 5. 8 is 5 over 5, which is 1 times 8. And we know in this way we make denominators be 5. And then 5 times 8 is 40, minus 36 is 4. That's how we got 4 upstairs and 5 downstairs. Alright, keep going. This is the new one we get. Again, upstairs we didn't do anything. Downstairs what we did is probably I should write here is row. Maybe I should write here. Is from where is the place I should write? Maybe here. Row 1. Row 1 multiplied by negative 6. See over there. and add it to row 2. That's important remark. Okay. Now, what we get is the new one. You know, then we do the same thing with this element. The element on column 2, row 2, needs to be 1. The rest of the elements needs to be 0. Okay. You can see previously what we have is row 1. You want to mark as row 1, column 1. And here you are working on row 2, column 2. Okay. So element on row 2, on column 2, row 2 needs to be 1. That's this spot. Okay. This spot needs to be 1. The rest of the elements needs to be 0. Or I should say the rest of elements in column 2. In column 2. And here I wrote is in column 1, right? Yeah. So here I should write as that in column 2 right here needs to be 0. That means except this one needs to be 1, this guy needs to be 0. But you know, we can do this step first and later on make the second, this one be 1. Okay. So basically you can switch those two. These two steps can be switched. It depends on which your convenience. Alright? Because here apparently what? You add this row to the first row, negative 1/5, positive 1/5, they can cancel each other. This element can be 0 right away. Okay? So what I did is add row 2 onto row 1 first. Then you can see is what? 1 plus 0, that's 1. And 1/5 minus 1/5 is 0. And here, you know, again, 1 plus 0. 1/5 plus negative 1/5. And 6/5 plus 4/5. You know, 4 plus 6 is 10 divided by 5. And, you know, this is actually I wrote. You know, this is going to be 2. 6 plus 4 divided by 5. So that's the equation, you know, is going to be done here. The element right there. Okay. So right now is row 2. Add row 2 on row 1. Okay. This is what we get. And downstairs we didn't do anything. So it's still 0, negative 1/5, and positive 4/5. Okay. Now, and then what we have is 102, because again 6 plus 4 is 10 divided by 5 is 2. And then I want to do is this place, this spot needs to be 1. Okay, this spot needs to be 1. If this one needs to be 1, then we always multiply it by the reciprocal of this number. It was negative 1/5, so then we multiplied by negative 5 everywhere. You may say down here, you just multiplied this element negative 5 to those two spots. That's not correct, because, you know, 0 multiplied by what? Negative 5 is still 0. So here, you see, is 0. And negative 1/5 times negative 5 is 1. And 4 over 5 times negative 5, you got negative 4. Okay, because positive, negative is negative, and 5 cancel each other, and you have 4 left. Now, what does this mean? You see, after you get the matrix like this, diagonal is 1, the rest of them are 0, then you do with the corresponding system of the linear equation would be what? Would be like this. 1 times x, 0 times y equals 2. 0 times x plus 1 times y equals negative 4. 0 times y is 0. So you don't have to write this one. So upstairs is just, x equals 2. That's the one right here. 1 times x again is x. And 0 times x is 0. So this guy disappeared. And 1 times y is y equals negative 4. So x equals 2. Y is negative 4. Or you may write is the first coordinate and then second coordinate. So it's 2, negative 4. I'll see you next time.